everyone, Denise here from Sewlimitless, and in today's video I wanted to share with you the dress that I made. It's just gorgeous. I love it. So let's get started. So first of all, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are returning, if you're new here, then hi, my name is Denise, and I want to talk to you about Butterick 6674. I am pretty sure that this is still available. It's not that old. I think it's a couple of years, maybe 2021, that it was released. Oh, 2019. I've had this, the pattern cut out, the paper pieces cut out, the buttons, everything together in a bag for about 2 years. And finally went ahead and made it. And I'm so glad I did because it's really nice. This is just described as Mrs. Dress with sash and a bag, because there's a pattern to make the tote bag there if you like. It says close fitting through the bust, front self-facing sash, and flared hem, which it's kind of a fit and flare, in other words. It has buttons all the way down the front, so you do need quite a few buttons for this. I think it's like 13 or something like that. But it is easy to make. There's no interfacing. I did not put any interfacing in mine. Now, if you wanted to do interfacing around the buttonholes, you can, obviously, in that area, but I didn't because the pattern didn't say to do that. And I thought, well, the fabric is doubled over in that area, so I should be fine, and it was. It comes together easily. Only change that I did make is, as I often do, I did raise the neckline because I tried it on after I made the bodice, I guess. And when I put it on the dress form, it was looking like it was a little bit, like it was going to be a little low for me, for my taste. And I was right. It was a bit low for my taste. So because I had actually cut everything out and made it, pretty much made this by the time I had figured out that I really did want to raise the neckline. At first I was just going to leave it and say, well, you know, I'll just deal with it. But then I decided, you know, I really want to be comfortable in the dress. So what I did is I cut out a piece. I traced the front bodice piece just at the neckline and basically traced it to nothing at the shoulder. And so then added maybe 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2 inches at the center front. And it's like a half moon shape, basically, or yeah, not half moon, like a quarter moon shape. And I will show you pictures of what I'm talking about because you probably won't understand. But I stitched that on, basically right sides together on both sides on the front. So I cut out 4 of those additions, the additional piece to raise the neckline. I cut 4 of those out so that it would be right sides together. So there were 2 right sides and 2 right sides for left and right outside of the fabric, you know, right sides on either side. Then I just attached it to the front, right sides together like I would normally do anything, pressed it up, and just top stitched around each side, and that was it. It was very easy, actually. I've never really done raising a neckline like that before, but I did it that way and it worked out well because no problems. So like I said, it does have a lot of buttons, and I knew with adding that additional piece at the top there would be a need for an additional button or something. So what I did, instead of actually adding a button at the top, I just did the buttons where I normally would do them, but then I just added a snap closure at the very top of that piece so that that additional piece there closes and no one would know that it wasn't designed that way originally. So this is how you figure things out when you've already cut something out. You pretty much put it together, but then you want to make changes. So this is how I did it, and it worked out. So Yeah, it's always easier, of course, to make your changes before you actually cut the pattern out, but hey, why do that? Sometimes you got to do things more exciting, right? So this is the fabric. I'm going to show you obviously pictures of the dress. This is the right side of the fabric here. So when I wear the dress, I do wear a half slip up under it. The debate in my head at the time was whether or not I was going to do a lining. I decided I really didn't want to be bothered with it. I would just wear a half slip. So that's the easy thing with this fabric because it is a bit thin. I believe it's like a stretch cotton sateen, but it's a lightweight. It's lighter weight than some of the others that I've used before. Like I said, I do the half slip just for coverage, but this is a really nice pattern. It does have 2 patch pockets on the front. I don't know if you can see that there. They have, this one here has a ruffle at the neckline, and A is a bit shorter than the one that I made. So I love the length of the dress. It is comfortable. It's really just nice and easy to wear, which is perfect. So let me know in the comments if you've ever made this dress. But like I said, I've had this all ready to go in a bag for about the past 2 years. And I've talked about it actually on this channel for about 2 years now. So finally got that one done. And I think that was the last thing that I have cut out that was bagged up and ready to go. So now I don't have any other projects that are actually just waiting for me to put together. If you have any questions or comments about anything in the video, please let me know in the comment down below. Oh, for the buttonholes, I did hot pink thread instead of doing white, which actually makes the buttons stand out a bit more, which is also a look that I was going for. I actually like how that looks. It makes it pop a little bit so that not everything just blends in together. So that's a nice feature, and that's something to think about when you're making a dress or a shirt, anything that's got button fronts. Sometimes you might want to do a contrasting color, something like that, so that whether or not you want it to blend in with your fabric or if you want it to stand out from your fabric. So that's another thing to think about when you are sewing your garments. So anyway, that is it for this video. If you have any questions or comments about anything, please leave them down below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.